Quadrant Alliance cannot fight a prolonged conflict in the Delta Quadrant. We must work to form an alliance of species here. Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are working on a plan and have requested your assistance. Hello.
Admiral Tuvok is in the conference room with the other members of the task force. Follow me, please. I'll take you to him. Seems like we're never gonna get you that tour. Sorry. The others are waiting for you in the conference room.
Let us begin. While the Kobali and the Benthans have agreed to join our alliance, there are many other races in the Delta Quadrant in a position to help us defeat the Vaadwaur. It will be up to us to show them the benefits of joining us. 7, I would like you to contact the Cooperative.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our offer. They have as much to lose as we do.
Neelix, your experience as a trader makes you an excellent choice to work with the Hazari.
The Hazari? This won't be easy, but I should be able to pull it off.
Captain Kim, we've arranged a meeting for you with the leaders of several Kazon sects.
I don't trust the Kazon, but I'll give it my best effort.
Doctor, you have experience with the hierarchy. I would like you to infiltrate one of their ships and learn more about how they make decisions.
Ooh, I have several new subroutines that will be perfect for this mission.
As for you, I would like you to visit the Toure and the Octanti, and then provide support to any of the others who require it. We need allies to turn the tide of this war. We cannot fail.
You can leave if you return to the transporter room, though there is some time to speak with the crew.
I never thought I'd be a spokesperson for this alliance myself. And to the Hazari! I guess all my time as a trader and ambassador made Admiral Tuvok think I was the right Talaxian for the job. Knowing that you and your crew have my back is a great relief. The Hazari are tough negotiators.
This is going to be interesting. I've never really tested my field intelligence subroutines, but Admiral Tuvok assures me they will perform well. He has been assisting me with the programming, and I've made an extensive study of intelligence and information gathering on my own. I may require you to interact with the hierarchy and make the alliance offer to them. If they think it's the best financial option, they may agree to join us.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our alliance. I foresee no problems and should not require your assistance. I will inform you if the situation changes.
The Kazon are argumentative and difficult. Getting them on our side will be tricky. I'll be negotiating with the leaders of 5 of the clans. While I hope to bring them all on board, I'll be happy if we get 1 or 2. The Rhode Island is a tough ship, but I'd be grateful if you could bring your ship to the negotiations. The Kazon respect a show of force, and your ship might be just the thing we need to sway them to our side.
The Toure and the Octanti have worked with us in the past. You should not find it difficult to make a convincing case for a renewed alliance.
Ready to beam you back to your ship, sir.
That's close enough. This is restricted space, and you're not welcome. We don't need your advice. Our Voth allies are more than strong. Very well. Ambassador Norik will speak with you now. Don't waste his time like...
What is the meaning of this? We want no more alliances. The Touré have a mutual defense pact with the Voth, and it is quite sufficient for our needs. Begone! I do not wish to order our pickets to fire upon you, but I will if I must. The Voth are on their way. I'm sure of it. The Voth. Attention any Voth ships. This is a priority emergency. We are under attack. While your ship may be formidable, it is still no match for the Voth. We have already chosen our ally. Lies! This is all a deception so you can get your hands on the secrets of underspace. What can you offer that the Voth cannot? You have given us much to think about. Upon consideration, I think this alliance is in the mutual benefit of all involved. I will take your offer to my superiors with my approval, and then we'll send an attaché to your flagship to work out the details.
It is agreeable that your efforts to recruit the Touré were successful. We are reaching out to their embassy to begin our cooperation immediately. Thank you.
Greetings. I am on my way with several cooperative ships. It was simple enough to get them onto our side, but the real problem now is with the Octanti. The Octanti consul should be at your location now. Please begin discussions without us. We shall be there soon.
Greetings. I am Ambassador Rarick of the Octanti. I've examined the proposal your government's transmitted, and I'm afraid the Octanti people must decline. The Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic all give rank and commissions to Borg drones. You call them liberated, but they are still Borg. The Borg drove us off our homeworld and massacred our people. An alliance with them would be unthinkable. Borg are Borg. We will not join your alliance, and we never will. Our people have lost too much already. I won't be led into another unwinnable war.
This is 7 of 9. I have a priority message for the Octanti. Ambassador Rarick, the Cooperative has a problem with which they require your assistance. An Octanti synthetic virus has infected a recently liberated cube, causing severe problems for the fragile consciousnesses of the former drones. They are falling to madness. Our sensors show the cube is moving in this direction. You are in danger. Unknown. We need the Octanti to transmit the shutdown code for the synthetic virus. If done quickly, the liberated Borg aboard the cube may recover.
Never. If the virus infected them, then our work is done. They will destroy themselves.
It's arriving now. Your time is up.
Lower! Prepare! Assimilated!
Ambassador, please deactivate the virus. There are thousands of liberated... Ambassador, please deactivate the virus. There are thousands of liberated Borg on that cube who need your help.
The Borg are a blight. The only course of action is extermination.
Rarick! Where is Rarick? I know he is here. Please, Deactivate virus. Ah!
Meshk? Is that you? That's my brother. He and 4 other Octanti volunteered to be infected with the virus and taken by the Borg 7 years ago. I thought he was lost to us. Deactivating now. It's not working. The cube's automated defenses are too strong. We'll need to weaken it before I can transmit the code.
Varric, we intercepted a transmission about your meeting. It was right. You were here. I fought the madness to get to you. Dangerous. But I knew you would not abandon us. Thank you.
Meshk, I'm so overjoyed to see you. I never believed in this liberation idea. It was a fantasy for the grieving. But having seen it firsthand, hearing my brother's voice again, maybe I shouldn't have been so willing to dismiss hope. I will see that the Octanti people seriously consider your proposal. We need to reconsider many things.
We knew recruiting the Octanti was going to be problematic. You did exceptionally well with a very difficult task.
Oh, thank goodness you've arrived. Oh, thank goodness you've arrived. I'm trying to work with the Hazari, but they are a demanding lot. They're using this opportunity to milk the Benthans for everything they've got. To say the least. First, they want the Benthans to void the warrants of 3 of the Hazari, Niken, Yakela, and Negrasa. Then they want 2 prisoners released. And if that weren't enough, they're demanding bounty hunting licenses for the Ramar, Zilman, and Osprinti systems.
Pleasure to see you again. I assume you can speak with more authority than this Talaxian. Then I wish you good luck. Your offer is tempting, but we simply don't have any help to give you. All of my resources have to be focused on the Benthans breathing down our necks.
The Benthans usually have a ship patrolling this area of the system. It's a neutral ground, but they know what can happen in neutral areas. The ship should be able to contact the Benthan High Justicar for us. The Benthans keep a close eye on this system. Lots of deals are made here.
I am High Justicar Mathan. I was told you needed to speak to me on a critical matter. Oh? How can we assist you? It's always demands when it comes to the Hazari. Demands, deals, and contracts. Transmit their There's no way we'd agree to all this. I'm sorry. Good point. I can rescind the warrants for Niken and Yakela, but not Negrasa. He's caused too much trouble to let him go free. And the prisoners, I'll exchange them for Nikedin, if the Hazari will give him up. He's been raising havoc in 3 sectors. I'll give them one of the systems for hunting, but not all 3. Let them choose which one they want.
Will they give us what we want? Of course we knew they wouldn't give us everything. But if you don't ask for everything, you won't get anything, What? Oh, I mean good. Let's see here. We give the Benthans Nikedin, and we get 2 of our captains back? Done. Nikedin is a Bashik Monar. I think the closest translation we have to your language is a pit where you throw your pack animal. Take him, but he won't go without a fight. Sure, I'll draw up the contract. Just transmit your authorization and you've got a deal. As soon as the Benthans deliver, the Hazari are part of your alliance. Nikedin is in hiding, but I'll give you an encoded signal to lure him out. He'll think it's one of our ships giving him the all-clear. You can use one of the Benthan satellites nearby to relay the signal. We send signals on them all the time. It'll lend to your credibility.
A trap? Fine. I'll kill you then, my so-called friends. Fine. I won't lose my ship and crew for this. You've beaten me. What? The Benthans? I thought I'd be going to one of your prisons. I could escape from one of those. Lowering shields now. Just don't vaporize me.
We should take our prisoner to that Benthan patrol ship. The Hazari seem a little too happy about this outcome. Even if Yadren doesn't like Nikedrin, I didn't think he'd be so quick to give him up to the Benthans. I don't think that's the case.
On behalf of all the Hazari, thank you for delivering that Gratok Nikedin to the Benthans. Oh, what can it hurt now? We've got an airtight contract. Remember those hollow emitters we got from that Ferengi? He also sold us a nice, personal-sized one with a low-emission power pack. We gave that one to Nikedin. Right about now, he should be slipping out of the brig and into the crew of that Benthan cruiser you delivered him to. A spy on the High Justicar's ship. We'll know everything. Not so fast! Our contract specifically states that you cannot interfere in the matter of Captain Nikedon once you have delivered him to the Benthans. Telling them would be the very definition of interference.
And that's done. I'll meet you back at Voyager.
I understand the Hazari used the pretense of the Alliance to place a spy on the Benthan ship, and that their contact with us will be voided if we inform the Benthans of his presence. Fortunately, we have our own operatives in the Hazari organization. They will be able to marginalize the effectiveness of the Hazari spy, while still keeping them as a tool to use against the Vaadwaur.
Hello again. I thought it would be best if I used your bridge's holo emitters for this conversation. I'm currently in disguise on board the Hierarchy ship as one of those potato-looking fellows, and I don't think you want to see any more of this than you have to. The Hierarchy assume I'm one of the crew. I've begun a review of their cost analysis matrix, which is what they use to determine if any particular course of action will be profitable. Right now, their ship is running silent, which means they're cloaked, and all higher-level computer functions are locked out. I need those to complete my review. You need to convince them to decloak. Hail them. Show them their cloak isn't enough to hide them from the Alliance. Then, you might be able to convince them to join. The ship is currently cloaked by one of the nav beacons in this region of space. Just head to the nav beacon, and you'll get their attention. The Hierarchy once corrupted my programming in an attempt to spy on Voyager. This seems fitting. These subroutines are quite useful. Perhaps I'll write a holonovel about my experiences as a spy.
That's close enough. I don't want any trouble, but I would like to know how you knew our location. Don't tell us your secrets and we won't tell you ours. As for your offer of an alliance, give me a moment to consider.
The Hierarchy is consulting the cost analysis matrix. This is exactly what I needed. This is going to take some time. We'll need to stall them while I get what I need.
I am sorry, but the Hierarchy has evaluated the investment needed for such an undertaking, and we find that the Alliance ships are simply outmatched by the Vaadwaur. There's no profit in losing. We'll stay out of this fight.
I have an idea. Follow my lead. Perhaps we could arrange for a demonstration of their abilities. I could reroute the cloaking device through our main deflector dish and create convincing holographic targets for them to fight.
You could do that. Very well. That will show us what these Alliance ships are capable of. Then we'll run the numbers again. Are you ready to prove...
2 holographic Borg probes coming up.
Borg probes? Hardly a challenge. I want something big. Give me a Voth bulwark. Also, I don't care if they can just defeat the hologram. I want to see how well this person works with their crew. Anyone could throw firepower at something. It's another thing to be a good manager of people.
1 Voth bulwark coming up. struggling to recover. Now you can finish off the boss. Here, let me give you a hand.
I don't believe it. Run the numbers again. Very well. It seems that we underestimated you. If other ships are like yours, we'll gladly join your alliance.
Excellent work, Doctor. Your recordings of the hierarchy's cost analysis matrix will be a great benefit to Starfleet intelligence. And you. I must say, bringing the hierarchy into the Alliance is quite unexpected. I thought it would take weeks of back-channel negotiations to make any progress with them at all. Thank you for taking a risk. Your show of power must have been most impressive.
Glad to see you. It seems the Kazon don't believe we have enough ships to stop the Vaadwaur. I keep telling them we'll have the numbers if we work together, but they keep insisting they need more information.
More ships! I demand to see more! Our scouts have reported seeing Voyager in the Delta Quadrant again. We want to see that ship!
Yes. I wonder... I'm going to try something. Things might get dicey if my suspicions are correct. Nellic, the USS Voyager is not available. If there is anything about it that you need to know, I can answer those questions. I was stationed on Voyager during its time here in the Delta Quadrant.
You were on Voyager? That's excellent news. If you're willing to vouch for your fleet's strength, Captain Kim, we are ready to join your alliance.
You're telling me... Wait a second. They just transmitted a coded signal. There's a ship just outside sensor range. Probably waiting.
Ensign Harry Kim. Or is it Captain now? Finally got a promotion. I hope you enjoyed your life, Captain.
I don't know. You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I don't know who you are. At least give me the courtesy of an introduction to the man who's going to kill me.
My name is Cessin, but that means nothing to you. You would have known my mother. You served with her on Voyager until your Captain Janeway's hatred and prejudice drove her into exile with the Kazon, where she was a brave and capable leader. Tell me, Captain Kim, do you ever think about what you did to Seska?
Seska? Then you must be... We didn't even know you were still alive, Cessin. Your father took you when he left Voyager.
While Cessin and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer. My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. About 100 of your terraforming systems would change our prospects for the better, if you will provide them. Well, Cessin and Captain Kim... My clan has taken over a new... Thank you. The Kazon Relora will fight by your side.
Shields up. Red alert. I knew Kazon would run. Not this one. Not all of that.
I apologize for the deception. Mage Session holds a great deal of power over the rest of the Kazon clans. I hope my actions here will convince you that our desire to assist you against the Vaadwaur is sincere.
The Kazon are very factional. I can believe that Sesson strong-armed them into acting as they did. I would like to welcome the Kazon Ogla and the other allied Kazon to the Alliance. Great work getting the Kazon Relora to join the Alliance. There's no way the Nistrum will join us. Sesson is obsessed with Voyager. I don't know what his father told him about us, but Seska was a thorn in our sides for most of our early time in the Delta Quadrant. She certainly wasn't the victim. She was the aggressor. It looks like her hatred of Voyager has been passed on to her son. I wish he could have had a better legacy. I'll return to Admiral Tuvok in the Alyan system. See you there.
Congratulations are in order. I did not expect us to bring together all of the races we approached on this mission. You were instrumental in our efforts today. Myself and the Alliance thank you for all the effort you have put into making this work.
Admiral Tuvok sent me a report on the situation. Hopefully the work we've done today will pay off. The Vaadwaur are a large threat, one that cannot be ignored. The Vaadwaur lost everything 900 years ago, when their enemies united against them. It shows how arrogant Gol is that he's allowing it to happen again. Hello, would you...
Best chance. Best chance we have at defeating the Vaadwaur is to build an alliance of all Delta Quadrant species. Some of them will need convincing. Go out there and show them that it's better to have us as a friend than an enemy.
We've received a coded message from your Vaadwaur friend, Commander Eldex. It seems he's finally ready to help us. He wants to meet, and has asked for you by name. He said he wouldn't deal with anyone else. I'm still skeptical, however. This wouldn't be the first time the Vaadwaur have tried to set a trap for us, so be careful. I've spoken to Admiral Tuvok, and he suggested that 7 of 9 could join you as a technical expert. I see no reason why she shouldn't, and if things go wrong, it will be good to have an ally you can trust. Eldex sent us coordinates for location in the Molinia system. It's not Vaadwaur space, but there is a Hirogen relay in the area. Watch out for unwanted guests. Hello.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok has requested I assist you for the duration of this mission. Admiral Tuvok understands this may upset Eldex, so I shall be the only one who aids you. Voyager will maintain its distance. I am ready for...
Let's go over the point of this operation. Gaul has called all available supremacy leaders to Cartella. I do not know how many of my people are infected with those creatures we saw there, but I'm sure there is more than one. We need to expose them for the abominations they are. The Supremacy is keeping a tight control on all subspace transmissions. We'll need control of the array to broadcast what we find on Cartella to not only my people, but the entire quadrant. To control the array, we need to control one of the Hirogen ships. Make sure to leave the one I have marked reasonably intact.
Intruding Vaadwaur ships! You have trespassed in Hirogen space! This is our space, and this is our...
Board the Hirogen ship and take the communications console on the bridge. I can use that to take control of the array.
I have extensive experience with these systems. I will beam down to aid in the operation of the Hirogen ship. Are you ready to proceed?
We need the communications console intact. Whatever else happens is of no concern to me.
We must first disconnect the console from the ship's data network. We also need the isolinear storage assembly. It will be behind a locked door on the bridge. Transporter standing by. Transport complete.
We have the console. There is no way the Vodwar will allow a Starfleet vessel into our space, and Cartella defenses have been upgraded since your last trip with the holoprojector. Take one of the ships in my fleet. Send yours away. You can contact it once we've completed our mission. I will beam over some of your crew to assist you when we get to our destination. We'll scuttle the Hirogen ship so they won't know the console is missing. Then we can continue on to Cartella for the meeting. I have loaned some officers to attend to the duty stations on the frigate you now command. Scuttle the Hirogen ship so they won't know the console is missing. Then we can continue on to Cartella for the meeting. I have loaned some officers to attend to the duty stations on the frigate you now command.
I'm picking up an incoming Benthan vessel on long-range sensors. Our ships are out of range, and we are in a Vaadwaur vessel. It is unlikely the Benthans will give us a chance to explain the situation. They are not altering course.
Attention, Vaadwaur vessels. You are in violation of several codes of conduct in this area of space, and your ships have been identified as perpetrators of crimes against the Benthan Guard and its protectorates. Stand down!
They cannot escape this system.
There is no need to destroy that ship. You may have a
I've
quarrel
jammed
with
the
Benthan
Benthan ship's
Elders.
communications
We do
so they
not.
can't signal for help. You know what needs to be done. No one can know what happened here.
I will not let the plan be ruined.
Unacceptable. The Benthans are performing their assigned duties and have no way of knowing who or what we are. Sensors are detecting damage to the ship's long-range communications array. It will be days before they can restore warp power or send out a signal. We can leave now, complete our mission, and then return later to...
I've jammed the Benthan...
Unacceptable.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. They're in range of the Hirogen array. They could tap it to send out a call for help, or disable our modifications. The Hirogen could return and discover what happened. And if another Vought... I'm pleased to see you can make the difficult decisions. It will be quick.
They did not need to die.
It was for the good of the mission. I would expect a former Borg to understand that logic. I am impressed by your ability to view things objectively and recognize that unpleasantness is occasionally the cost of security.
That course of action was completely unnecessary, as were those deaths. The Borg placed very little value on the life of one individual. Captain Janeway and the crew of Voyager showed me that belief was incorrect. Starfleet has always championed the course of action which results in the fewest casualties. You are a Starfleet officer. I suggest you evaluate your decisions more closely if you wish to remain so.
Gaul has increased security since your last visit. Let me do the talking. Verification code 109947.
Verification accepted. Due to heightened security, all ships are required to reduce speed below full impulse for security scans.
One hurdle cleared. Continue to the manned security checkpoint.
Disengage your engines and provide the proper security codes. My predecessor was more lax in her handling of security measures. She has paid the price for her errors.
Verification code Alpha 4742. Commander Eldex and Squadron reporting. Do not make me late for the meeting.
Code accepted, Commander Eldex. Take your squadron to the marked position on the outer orbit ring.
Ignore the scans. Fly like you belong here. Good thing you didn't try to use a hologram again, isn't it?
There are 67 ships in this system. That is more than expected.
Gaul's planning something big. This must be the start. More ships are just more reasons not to get caught.
We're putting a great deal of trust in you, Commander.
I am after one goal: the liberation of my people from these monsters. I will do anything to achieve that, including betraying Gaul to save us all. It is time for someone with a stronger resolve to take up the cause that Gaul has abandoned. There are more ships in system than I had anticipated. But we can't stop now. Leaving would only make us look suspicious. I'm transmitting coordinates for a secure room near the meeting site. Beam down there. I will have a holographic disguise ready for you. Security is scanning for such tricks on ships, but I'm not sure they realize how many uses there are for holo-emitters. Here, use these holo projectors. Security is so focused on keeping intruders out of our space that they won't be looking for trouble on the ground. But try not to act suspicious. Our soldiers aren't as dumb as you seem to think they are. You'll need to place these emitters around the leaders, which when activated will emit a low-level delta radiation pulse that should disrupt their isoboramine neurotransmitters, forcing their parasites out for a short period. You'll also need to place recording devices, so everything that happens is transmitted to the quadrant. I'll stay here with the transmitter and monitor your progress. This is more than a simple briefing. Gaul might even be here in person, so don't get caught. We're all dead if you do. You'll need to set up a signal booster so we can transmit our signal through the base's electronic security. There's a power console near to where the leadership is addressing the troops. Tie the repeater into the conduits there.
Hey! What are you doing? No one is allowed back in.
If we're finished here, I suggest we return to the crowd.
Now hear the words of our great leader. Go!
Sir!
What do you want?
Someone found the guard. Quick, activate the device.
What? What's happening?
They're monsters! No, you did this! Traitor! Liar! What are you? Monster! Zero! Beast! Kill it!
Enough! Why are you letting your eyes deceive you? This is a plot by our enemies. They're trying to divide us. I say no. We will stand strong, united. We are Vodwa, and we will conquer our enemies.
Joe's right! This is insane! I'll stand with you! No! Joe's a betrayer!
I see some of you are still loyal to our cause. The rest, you are cowards and traitors unworthy to be called Vodwa. Kill them.
I think our time here is done. We should make our way to the extraction point. Get out! Get out now!
I need to rally my people. The ones who aren't infected and who are willing to fight. The parasites will crush them if someone doesn't act. My allies are holding one of the space docks in the outer perimeter. Help me get there. I'll start coordinating the fight from there, and you'll be able to return to your ship. We need to confirm the transmission made it to the array. Incoming hostiles. Handle them! Transmission signal is strong, and it's reaching the Herodian communications grid. Now all Vaudwar will know about the corruption of mothers. You should go. I need to prepare my people for the fight ahead.
I am in contact with Voyager, and it is waiting with your vessel outside this system. We need to depart immediately.
That was an interesting broadcast. Half the Quadrant's talking about it, and the rest are trying to find a way to claim responsibility for it. It would have been better had you exposed Gaul as well, and taken down the Vaudwar leadership in one act. But we'll take what we can get. The Vaudwar are in chaos, and if they're fighting one another, they're not fighting us. That will give us some room to maneuver. Hello.
Our alliance is going to need more help if we want to succeed against the Vaudwar. We'll need to make pacts with other species in the Quadrant, and not everyone is going to see this our way. That's where...
The time has come to end the Vaudwar threat to the Delta Quadrant. Our allies are assembling at the Janolan Dyson Sphere to plan our assault on the Vaudwar homeworld. You will serve as the battle commander for the assault. Admiral Tuvok is waiting for you at the Janolan Dyson Sphere. He will brief you and our allies on our strategy. Good hunting. Hello.
We are not yet ready to begin. While I finish preparations, I suggest you speak to the liaisons of our allies. The Vaudouar are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vaudouar forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vaudouar realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vaudouar Prime. The Vaudouar believe the other species of this quadrant are too weak to challenge them. We will use that misconception to our advantage by using our Delta Quadrant allies to assault Vaudouar Prime itself. We are not yet ready to begin.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaudouar. The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vaudouar threat to our quadrant. Our technological capabilities are at your disposal.
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sesson, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe you'll have better luck reaching a consensus with them than I did. The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vaadwaur will improve their long-term profits. The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance. Our surveillance and tactical capabilities are at your disposal.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle. The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract, to the letter. And we expect you to do the same. We specialize in defense, and our ships are at your disposal.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose to send a representative.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
Hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right that we help you this time.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
It's an honor to meet you again. I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people owe you.
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation. The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kobali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The Hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities and should be difficult to take by surprise. Hazari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail. The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you... We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin? The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you? We are facing a large number of rather weak vessels. We need ships that would not be overwhelmed by numbers. The Kazon might be a good choice, because they have a large number of ships as well. The Hazari, another good option, because their powerful defensive capabilities would help in this situation. The Cooperative would perhaps not be a good choice. They could be overwhelmed by the number of Vaadwaur frigates. The Vaadwaur have sent out several large... An excellent choice. The Kazon number should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organization should not be too great of a hindrance.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hails. I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has...
We will hunt!
The Hirogen are ready to fight.
Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will not be able to use them to attack or to retreat.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to? We are facing a picket line of cruisers, so we need ships that can withstand constant, persistent attacks. The Hazari could be a good choice. Their defensive capabilities would be a good... The Vaadwaur have set up a sound tactical choice. The Hazari methods utilize one ship to reinforce the shields of another. Vaadwaur cruisers do not have the firepower to break through the reinforcements.
The Kazon Ogla will no longer stand by while the Relora and Nistrum sully our name with their treachery. I will make good on their false promises.
An excellent decision. The Hazari will make short work of those cruisers.
Hazari defenses are too small. The Vaadwaur can't get through.
first wave of Vadwar defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been heavier than expected, but our ships have so far proved equal to the task.
Please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
The Vadwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you? We are facing battleships flying in formation with frigates, so we need ships that can disable the larger ships or otherwise neutralize their tactics. The Cooperative would be a good choice. Their ability to confuse the opponents could... The Vadwar have constructed an excellent strategy. The technology of the Cooperative may be able to cause the larger ships to attack the smaller ones. Certainly the Cooperative coordination and discipline will be more than a match for the tactical abilities of the Vadwar.
Deploying the Cooperative was an efficient decision.
Cooperative ships are performing at peak efficiency.
transporting prisoners of war from the orbital platforms at your command.
The Vaadwaur...
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vaadwaur, they might be planning a surprise attack. Who do you want to assist you? A wise choice. The espionage and surveillance capabilities of the hierarchy should help us prepare for any surprises the Vaadwaur might have in store.
An impressive deployment. The hierarchy are more than capable of handling the Vaadwaur. The Vaadwaur ambush tactics are ineffective against the hierarchy. The hierarchy are making significant gains against the Vaadwaur.
Vaadwaur forces are defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vaadwaur dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. You will not fight alone.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine. But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command. Captain Neelix. I quite like the sound of that.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However, my tactical analysis indicates that our forces are inferior to the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Ship has launched a drop pod to the planet.
Nice having some Vaadwaur on our side.
Sir, we have arrived to help secure the area.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your persistence is a credit to your race. But it is time for this sad story to end. Your blood will drench the sands of our blasted home. Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vatwa Pride. Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery... Although you are clearly not the... Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful blindness... The Vatwa controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
I thought you might like to know. I took the liberty of scanning Gaul for work. He does not have a parasite. And I don't think he ever did.
What? That's impossible!
The Vadwar Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history. We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
The remaining Vadwar have surrendered. What is your current situation? Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship. Certainly. May I recommend Seven, Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well. Their insight may be valuable. While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason, it doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well. Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Toray, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Kibali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I hope we meet again.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Congratulations! Your leadership during the assault on Vaadwaur Prime and the subsequent defeat of Gaul was inspired. With Gaul's defeat and the destruction of his fleet, we've secured the Delta Quadrant against a terrible threat. And I hope this is the last we see of the neural parasites and infected Vaadwaur. Perhaps even more importantly, we've united many species of the Delta Quadrant against a common enemy. This bodes well for future diplomatic negotiations and operations in the Delta Quadrant. They've worked together once, they can do it again. However, the discovery of this artifact concerns me. Admiral Tuvok is leading an analysis. I'll contact you once we have more information. Hello, would you... Admiral Tuvok and Hello,